Friends, welcome to Docsplaining. I'm Dr. Leah at your cervix. So it has come to my attention that the nation, from elementary school kids to, Supreme Court justice nominees, may need a little education in birth control. What is birth control? How does it work? What's the difference between that and abortifacients or abortion-inducing drugs? So I've made a little Venn diagram and I'd like to share it with you. So let me make this smaller. Bye. I put that over here into corner. Okay, so now you can't see me. What the heck? Okay, now you can't see the other things. That's alright. You don't really need to see. Bye. Oh no. Help me. Oh, okay. I'm still getting used to this. Alright. We'll put me like that. Okay. So, I want to stay in the front. Okay, we'll have to troubleshoot that later. Alright, so here we have what is a Venn diagram, right? We know that things intersect and overlap, and I've kind of just hodgepodged this together real quick, and now we're going to, I really don't like that you can't see me. Okay, hold on. Please hold. Does that work? Ugh. Okay, let's try this again. So today I'd like to review, not what Venn diagrams are, but as you know, bye-bye, what birth control is versus abortifacients or abortion-inducing drugs, as stated by Judge Kavanaugh. He said they would have been required, referring to the case involving Priests for Life and their not wanting to be involved in contraception for their employees. They would have been required to fill out a form that would, quote, make them complicit in the provision of the abortion-inducing drugs. That is not what birth control is. Let's be very clear about that. That is not what birth control is. So, what is birth control? What are abortion-inducing drugs? What the heck is going on? Let me break it down in a very simple diagram. We all love diagrams, right? Yay! So I'm just going to move this around a bit. Okay, so we've got two big circles. One of them is for contraception. One of them is for abortion-inducing drugs. So, let's put the contraception one as this circle on the left. Okay, and now this one doesn't get resized. Oops. This one comes way over here. Yeah, that's over there. Now let's move some of these guys. Get some of these in the middle, just to get them out of the way. And we'll talk about them. So this is just a way for me to try to make it very simple yet clear the differences. Because apparently not all Americans are clear on this. Why? I don't know. That's alright. Okay. So, contraception. That's not going to work. Against. Conception, right? So that prevents conception. That prevents fertilization of an egg. That is what birth control is. Birth control is not about a fertilized egg that is a developing pregnancy being expelled from the body. Okay? That's called an abortifacient or an abortion. This is why these two big circles are really far apart on the Venn diagram, and there's no intersecting. Okay? Alright. So contraception. One way that contraception works is that it prevents ovulation. So let's put that over here. What are some of the methods that do this specifically? Well, we've got the pill patch in the ring. That prevents ovulation. We've got barrier methods, definitely. So if sperm can't get to an egg, I'm sorry, that's a whole different thing. Let's do that again. The pill patch and the ring. Other things that prevent ovulation are things like the morning after pill. So Plan B, right? Not the abortion pill. That is not what that is called. This is the morning after pill, Plan B. The morning after pill works really well half of the month. So if you've ovulated, Plan B is not going to help. It's not going to work because it prevents ovulation. It suppresses the brain from telling the ovary to make an egg. That's how the prevention of ovulation works. The signals from the hypothalamus that go to the pituitary, that go to the ovary, are inhibited. So the ovary doesn't make an egg unless the brain tells it to. If the brain doesn't tell it to, it's not going to make an egg. That's why birth control works the way it does when it prevents ovulation. It suppresses the brain, the signal from the brain, suppression, okay, to the ovary. So the ovary doesn't make an egg. If an egg's not there, there's no pregnancy that can happen, right? Okay, the 3-month injection, commonly known as the depot shot, also prevents ovulation. Let's see. Oh, and the implant over here. That comes over here. And we'll move this around a little bit. Oh, that's fine. So, there we go. Can you tell I'm type A? So those are the prevents ovulation types of contraception. Why isn't this working? Okay. The other, let's see. Okay. So, prevents fertilization. That's important, right, in contraception. Contraception, another method that the way that it works is prevents fertilization. The IUD is a great example of this. So either the copper IUD, which prevents fertilization by actually killing the sperm, works by this method, and the hormonal IUDs, Mirena, Kylena, all those, Skyla, all the new ones that are out now, they prevent fertilization by blocking sperm from even getting inside the uterus. So again, if sperm can't fertilize the egg, you don't have a pregnancy, you don't have that going on, right? Okay, so barrier methods. The IUD, the hormonal IUD is one type of barrier method, you could say, because it uses the cervical mucus to block the opening of the cervix so that sperm can't get inside the uterus, right? Okay, let's see. What do we got? Oh, so this type of method blocks uterine progesterone receptors. That stops a pregnancy that has already happened from developing further. That, my friends, belongs over here in the abortion-inducing drugs. What is that? What example is that? That would be RU486, the abortion pill, also known as mifepristone. In the biz, we call it Miffy, because that's fun. So mifepristone is the abortion-inducing drug, and it is nowhere near over here, the contraception, right? Because it doesn't belong over here. It's not part of this circle over here. It's over here. I don't know how much clearer I can be. Mifepristone is an abortifacient. It is an abortion-inducing drug. It is not used for birth control. It is not prescribed as birth control. It blocks progesterone receptors on the uterus so that any pregnancy that's already developing stops developing. Okay. So the method for that, mechanism that is preventing implantation. Preventing implantation meaning like a sperm got to the egg, It fertilized the egg, and now you've got the egg moving through the fallopian tube, trying to get implanted, but it's expelled. This goes right here. Neither contraception nor abortifacients work this way. Again, neither contraception, no birth control method, nor abortion medication method works this way. How about the mechanism of disrupting an implantation? So the fertilized egg gets down the fallopian tube into the uterus and it implants. And it goes and it's starting to develop in the uterine lining. It has embedded blastocyst, embryo, all that stuff. Where does that mechanism fit? Right in here, in the nowhere zone of birth control methods or abortifacient methods. This mechanism doesn't happen. All right? If there's not, this should be super clear. I get flustered because I of course work in this. I understand, but there's misinformation out there and it's inappropriate to spread. And I feel very strongly that given the day and age that we live in and the scientific knowledge that we have, there's no reason for this misinformation to persist. There's no reason to think that lightning comes from a supernatural being as opposed to differences in charges in the atmosphere and the ground. We have science for a reason. We have evidence for a reason. We have the scientific method to help us determine these things. And all of this is fact. It is known. It has been shown by science over and over again. So there should be no doubt. And if a Supreme Court Justice nominee doesn't know this and instead just perpetuates myths and false propaganda, I really don't know how we got to this place where that's okay, and it's not okay. So everybody needs to get their facts straight and get a little education. I hope you enjoyed this. Hopefully you'll spread the word and subscribe and leave any questions or comments below. Thanks so much for watching.